Welcome back, everybody, to the Next Move podcast. I'm Matt Dick.
I'm Jennifer Bruns.
And this week, we're going to talk about why it's a good time to buy and sell.
It's always a good time, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see where people are frustrated with it.
Same.
We had that boom for the COVID, the Rona.
The Rona.
People overpaid because of all the people of California.
Was it just California, though? I feel like it was just
everybody. There was I sold a couple of people from New York and New Jersey.
Yeah. It did feel like
Washington.
There was like a mass exodus to Texas.
Yeah.
During COVID, for sure.
Yeah.
They were coming from every direction.
We don't really get too political, but it seems like it was a lot of Republicans fleeing Democrat-held
It did seem
states.
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care why they came as long as they got money to buy a house.
Yeah, you don't fuck with my Second Amendment, my tacos, my money.
Tacos especially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't screw with tacos.
Or queso.
Ooh, queso.
You know, so I just got back from Mexico. Remember? Mm-hmm. And they don't do queso.
Yeah.
And so it's really sad when you're there and they look at you like you're nuts because you just want some good
I wonder where queso came from.
I think it's a Tex-Mex thing.
Is it a Tex-Mex thing?
I think we created queso. Because if you ask for queso in Mexico, they're going to bring you some cheese. Just plain old shredded cheese.
What was it? I can't remember if it was either my dad or a buddy of mine who was like super big on Tex-Mex. I was like, I'm going to go eat the authentic Mexican food. And then came back and said that wasn't Mexican food. I was like, you were in Mexico, bro.
Actually, it was.
It was. Like, you can't get more authentic than that.
I know, but I'm kind of the same way. Like, I'm bougie about nachos. I like my nachos a certain way. Anyway.
So we're
totally off topic.
we're gonna talk about buyers and buying and selling today. We're probably gonna break this up into two segments.
We should break it up into two.
We should, yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's good reasons on both sides of the fence. But yeah, I mean, right now, everywhere you look, you're being told, wait, it's not the right time.
Yeah, right time. Most people are fearful of the interest rates on the buying side. I'm looking up and seeing what.
Isn't that crazy, though, how quickly our memory forgets?
Yeah.
Because interest rates are what, in the sixes?
Yeah, so VA as of Tuesday, July 7th.
So
a week ago was 6.22.
Okay.
FHA was 6.20.
Okay.
And conventional was 6.63.
Yeah. And so before COVID, I mean, we were in the 4s and 5s, I think.
Yeah.
But not too far off from where we are now. I mean, there's a difference, but it's not like we are at 2%, now we're at 9%. We're kind of in that middle section of the interest rate range where it's comfortable and it's healthy.
Yeah.
But people don't see it that way.
They don't. I agree with you. Because, I mean, they had that 2 years of sub 4%, and they're like, oh, my God.
Yeah. And there's some veterans who got in there at like 2.5 or 2.9.
1.9 was the lowest I've seen.
Really?
Yep.
You got a 1-pointer?
That, it was it 24, the summer of 24? They sold their house in Leander and bought here in Temple. Mm-hmm. He had a 1.9.
That's insane. That's free money.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, and I mean, as realtors during that time, the hustle and bustle was like you never got a break.
Yeah.
You were writing contracts for practice.
Yeah.
Or offers for practice in a lot of scenarios.
Yep.
But I mean, it was good. We made some extra money, I think, than what we typically were making.
Yeah.
There were more opportunities.
I remember, because I was doing epoxy at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I remember, sanding wood and then getting a text message saying, hey, I want to put an offer on this house. And then I'd go over to my computer.
Yep.
Send out the offer, go sand some more, send it over to the listing agent, sand some more, and then wait to hear back.
Yeah. And we did that for 2 years.
Yeah.
For a solid 2 years, it was like that. And then in 2022, you started seeing the interest rates come back up.
Yep.
And they did get a little bit higher than a healthy market would suggest. I think they were in the 7s and
Yeah.
8s at one point.
What was it? 23. They started going up into 22.
Yeah, I think it was toward the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we started seeing 3s, and then
Mm-hmm.
by the beginning of 23, we were in the 4s, I think.
It did. It just kind of.
It just kept
and then
going.
it just kept going. We were
Like,
like, no, stop.
A quarter of a point to a
Ah.
half a point to
Yeah.
a point in like a month.
Yeah, and that's when the conversation started then of, wow, we just need this election to get over with, or
Yeah.
we need, it's going to stop. The feds are going to,
Yep.
whatever the story was of the week, and it's the same scenario now. It's just in a different market. It's a different light now. I mean, the people that bought then, some of them paid crazy amounts over list price against our our judgment and against what we knew was the right thing to do, but they had to get in a house, and so at that point you had to do what you had to do.
There's so many conversations with buyers back then, like, hey, I mean, I'll put this offer in. Can you afford this? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, if it doesn't appraise, you're gonna have to come up with the money.
Yeah.
And then now it's, dude, your house is only worth $260 and you bought it for $310.
Especially on those VA buyers.
Yeah,
tough.
I have a buyer buying a house this week because this is Air Friday. We're closing on Thursday.
Yeah.
The buyers are getting a heck of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
The sellers are having to bring like $45K to the closing table.
Jeez.
Yeah. VA buyer 2 years ago, bought it for $310 with everything. Luckily, my clients are cash, so they don't have to pay closing costs or anything like
So
that.
it was probably the best case scenario for
Yeah.
that seller. As crazy as that sounds,
Yeah.
it probably was.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's a tough conversation. But buyers right now, I mean, we're talking about the buy side right now, but man, there's so much opportunity
Yeah.
for anyone who thinks they might want to buy a house right now.
Yeah.
Just so many homes available. The likelihood of you getting into a multiple offers situation is, I mean, it's still there, but it's not like it was by any means.
Less than 10%.
Yeah, probably. If you had to put a number on it.
I think I've ran into quite a few of them, but they're definitely houses that were sought after.
Yeah.
They had like all the things.
Yeah, and it was
So-
priced right.
It was priced right.
Yeah, that's the big key right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, buyers in this market have the opportunity to be as picky as they want to
Yeah.
be. Because if they don't find it in this house, they can go to the next one and it's probably there.
Exactly.
And so it's just it's a missed opportunity for people who know that they are going to buy a house, especially
Yeah.
in the next year or even 2 years. It's a missed opportunity to not try to do it now.
And then multiple offers are crazy right now because they're like thinking back to COVID. Like it's like, okay, well, let's up the price. You're not gonna get any of your closing costs paid, or you're not getting a home warranty. You're probably not gonna get repairs done. But then now it's something completely different. It's like, okay, we're in multiple offers. Somebody's probably lowballing them. Let's see what we can do at asking with closing costs and all the things. So
Yeah, and for some sellers, unfortunately, they just don't have a lot of wiggle room
don't.
because of
Yeah.
their circumstances when they purchased, especially if they've only been there a couple of years. But another great opportunity for a buyer.
yeah,
I mean, swoop in, and it's crazy what you can see work right now.
yeah,
And I would say, I don't know a number to put on it. Don't go by this officially, but I would say probably 80% of sellers are willing to do concessions and help in some form with compensation to the buyer's agent. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like they're willing to negotiate those things
I agree 100%.
if they are able to do it, if they have room to do it.
Yeah,
So it's just crazy for anybody who's sitting on the fence wondering if they can buy a home, but they know they need to, or know they want to. It's crazy to not be exploring those options right now. There's just too many good things.
And it just blows my mind in a lot of scenarios what some of my, like we've talked about it before, the 30K in sellers
Yeah.
concessions. Like that was just nuts.
Let's try it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Repairs, just repairs in general.
Yeah.
Like before it was like, well, if it's not hazardous to your health, we're not doing it. Or if the lender's not requiring it, we're not doing it.
Yeah. And now you can usually get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. It's a good time to buy.
It's a good time to buy.
It's a good time to explore those options.
And yeah, the rate's high. It's 6%, 6.5. But I mean, what's that saying that we hate? Was it date the rate, marry
Date the rate, marry the house.
Yeah.
I hate that saying.
I hate it so much because I mean, you can refinance it later down the road, or refinance it.
But the key point of all of it is the interest rate shouldn't matter as much. I mean, it does matter.
Yeah.
But it should not be the only component to the decision making of buying a house.
Yep.
Because if the payment works for you,
then
what difference does it make?
Yeah. What can you afford payment wise? Because if you
Right.
tell that to the lender can tell you how much house you can afford.
And yeah, there might be a scenario where maybe you can't be qualified for as much as you want to spend on a home. Maybe you qualify for $300 instead of $400, but there are plenty of really great $300,000 homes out here right now that you can negotiate and get pretty much whatever you needed to get.
And especially like spec custom or some of the custom builders that have spec homes down on the ground that are sub 300 right now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they're offering the same thing, concessions. You're going to get better warranties on new builds and stuff like that. But I mean, the sky's the limit really on it. I'm not really seeing too many people waive inspections these days.
No, that's not a thing right now.
No, COVID was crazy. I had a couple people waive inspections.
Scariest thing of all time as an agent, to have your buyer say, I want to waive inspections. I want to waive the appraisal.
Yeah.
Because it goes against everything we know.
and it's just like, it's insane. It's like, no, I think you should do this. No, it's fine. The house is great. And then all of a sudden, like weeks later, it's like, hey, this went wrong with it. Like, what do I do? Oh, God.
Nothing you can't do.
Call your repair guy.
Yeah. Welcome to home ownership.
Yeah.
You got to fix it. Yeah, I know. And I think that what we've seen is that people that bought back when COVID was going on and did all those things and paid over and didn't get repairs done or whatever, they're now trying to make up for it.
Yeah.
When they're trying to sell, and without a lot of equity in most cases.
And some of those folks were like first-time home buyers, and now they're like, well, I didn't have to pay. I had to pay my own concessions. I was like, yeah, that was a different market, bro.
Different market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was just but for the people who bought then, they had to. There was a lot of necessity in that. Some people took advantage of the low interest rate and did it just because of that and to make money on their current home, and good for them. But I mean, yeah, some people didn't have a choice. They had to buy then.
Yep. And then what was it? I'm kind of really envious of the folks that bought like early mid to late 2020 when I talked to those guys, because they were still in the pre-COVID market, even though it was creeping up on them, and right before the interest rate started to drop, and now they have like just so much equity in their home.
So much equity. Yeah. Yeah. Those are the ones the buyers need to go find.
Yeah.
Those sellers. But I do think that we had to go through that.
Yeah.
Our market in particular, we've said this before, but we're kind of sandwiched in between bigger markets.
Yeah.
And we're kind of the little brother.
We really are.
A stepbrother, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But we needed that frenzy to happen to get our prices where they should have been.
Yeah.
We were undervaluing our
Homes,
property in a lot of scenarios. Some of them maybe not, but in a lot we were. And so that helped our market kind of catch up to some other markets while still being affordable. But now we're having to correct.
Yep.
And that's where I think a lot of the headlines are coming from is that part where we're, the prices are having to come down.
Yeah.
And not because the market's crashing, but because it was a little bit inflated then because of the interest rates and the demand. And so now we're leveling back out, and that's growing pains. That takes a minute.
Yeah. And then I mean, if we're talking citywide or area wide too, we have some infrastructure growth issues as well, but that's another topic for another time.
It is. But yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of catching up. As much growth as we see here in Bell County, there's a lot of catching up that we still have to do.
Yeah. Would you rather buy your house today in this market or in 2021 in that market?
I mean, I did buy my house in that market.
You did?
I did. We bought our house in 2020.
I think our house we bought in 23, so it was like right at the end
when they were kind of like inching, and you're like, we got to do this. Well, I remember that because you were concerned about selling your other house. You were like, we really want this, but it's gonna be contingent.
Yeah.
And the market was in a weird place of adjustment at that time.
I think for us it came down to location since we were on the lake. I think the sunset ultimately has sold our house for us.
It's hard to beat that.
Yeah. And then I think we were on the market like 5 or 7 days.
Yeah.
And then we got to figure it out. We got it sold.
It was just meant to be.
It was meant to be. Yeah.
It really was. Because that was a long shot.
Yeah.
A little bit at that time to get it sold quickly. I mean, it would sell, but to get it sold as quickly as it did, kind of a long shot. So.
It all buffed out. So.
Yeah, it definitely did. But yeah, that's a great point. I think, I mean, obviously I took advantage of a really great interest rate when we bought. And we paid a little bit over, but we were very cautious with how much we paid over.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I don't know what the right answer for me on which market would I rather buy in. Because it was tough then.
It was. I remember, who was it, Avery?
Yeah.
I think we sold Avery's house in that market. It's actually one of Carly's buyers.
Yeah.
And then we ended up, I think we went through like 6 different houses before we found one that nobody wanted, and it wasn't a multiple offer, and we were able to get him in it. So
yeah, I'm telling you, when we were looking, I was a stalker on that MLS. Like, I was every morning logging in first thing, what's new?
Yeah.
Because you had to be on top of it to even get a showing before they had multiple offers. You had to be on it. So, but I mean, the interest rate is nice, I will say. Hard to walk away from that.
At that time, both the boys were out of high school.
They're about to be.
Yeah, so
they had one more year. So that was our thinking. Like, let's get something that's smaller, that's manageable, that we won't have to worry about a house payment. It'll just be, something we know we can always be comfortable with. And so we jumped on it. But I mean, our interest rate's in the 3s.
Yeah.
It's just hard to walk away from.
It is. And then I think I hit my Earl. I did my Earl last like August, September.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last August, September, and I was able to drop my interest rate from 6.75 to like 5, I think.
That's a huge amount of savings for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
explain what the Earl is for people that don't know.
The Earl is the interest rate reduction something. Basically, you can only use it with a VA loan. It's no out-of-pocket expense, so you have to have equity in the home. And then you just you call your lender and say, hey, I want to refinance my VA loan. They'll go through the Earl program. It takes about, 2-3 weeks, and then they'll come back at you with what your payment is. Everything. So.
And it's only for interest reduction, right?
Yeah, interest rate reduction.
You don't get to pull cash out. You
Nope.
don't get to do anything like that.
You can't do that in the state of Texas with the VA
Well,
loan.
that's what I'm saying. But that one particular for the VA is simply just to help you with your payment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does. I mean, that's a huge amount of savings for you.
Yeah. It's like $1,000.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I mean, getting a rate in the 5s felt good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, 6.75 was affordable. You guys felt comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Even at a higher priced home.
Yep.
You felt comfortable. But the 5 just makes it great.
So much better. So much better. So I told the lender, I was like, look, the next time it dips below 5% and you can get me into the 4s, I'm all for it.
Holler at me.
Yeah, because I mean, at the old house, we were at 4.5.
And that was what, 2017?
17?
Yeah. You know what? You closed like the week before Eric and I got married.
I did.
You did. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't believe it's been that long ago.
It's been that long, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's insane.
But yeah, it was in the 4s then.
Yeah.
So we went from the high 4s and 5s to dipping way down into the 2s and 3s. So that was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts. I think for our market, 6s feel a little bit higher to people because
So long, yeah.
yeah, but if it's affordable, that's what should matter.
Yeah.
It should not matter the number of the interest rate on the interest rate as much as it seems to matter.
And now, what I think where we find ourselves today with the interest rate, like I've never seen this much inventory.
Same.
It's
There was a little bit in 2008 and 9 when things were kind of crazy back then.
yeah.
But I was so new to the market,
You didn't know.
I didn't know. But yeah, I think every producing agent that we know right now is listing heavy. Like
Yeah.
there are so many listings on everybody's
It's
roll right now.
It's crazy. I think I have 5 or 6, and I'm about to add more, and it's just insane. And it's
And it's hard because you have the conversations with people and say, okay, we can do this. You got to go in at this price for it to make an impact, for it to be feasible. We've got to go in at this price. And I'm going to market the heck out of it. But it's tough because the buyers are kind of hiding in the shadows. And you're like, where are you?
Yeah.
I know you're out there.
And if it's not a desirable area, like the house is sitting. The house is sitting.
Yeah, it is.
Like you have to be throwing like D.R. Horton numbers out there: closing costs, refrigerator, washer, dryer.
Yeah. I mean, $20,000 minimum.
Yeah.
By the time they help with compensation or concessions or whatever, I mean, it's usually a big price tag for the seller, but it's doable for a buyer.
Yeah.
All day long. And most sellers are going to be open to negotiation at this point because they're just happy to see something come through on paper.
Yeah.
In a lot of areas.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I think our average days on market is like between 90 and 110 or somewhere in there. It's like 100 days, hovering around 100 days.
And it's crazy looking up the like comps to do like a listing appointment. It's like, well, this house this house was gone in 11 days, but the rest of them are sitting somewhere between 90 and 147. Yeah. So the average days on market's 120. Yeah. So we're like, it's insane.
Yeah. So as a buyer, I mean, you just have to know that going in.
Yeah.
That depending on the area, I mean, if you live here, if you're familiar with Bell County, you probably know the areas that seem to be the most popular for people to live in. And you have to just know when you go in there that, number one, there are other buyers looking in that market, in that area. But then, two, you just got to do some research and have a good agent that can help you figure out where to get the most bang for your buck.
I mean, yeah. Especially with the inventory. There's just, with there being a lot out there, you have the power as the buyer.
Yeah, if you're a buyer and you show up with a legit pre-approval in your hand, you're going to be able to buy a house that you want more than likely in this market.
Yeah. And then you do have less competition.
Absolutely. As a buyer, you have way less competition right now.
Yeah. There are still multiple offers, but those are few and far between.
Yeah. It's going to be a very specific deal for that to even come into play.
Yeah.
And usually, from what I'm seeing, that's happening like right off the bat. Like if it's going to go into multiple offers,
It's within days.
it's within a few days. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like 30 days on the market and you're going to get into multiple offers.
The one I have closing next week was multiple offers, and it had been on the market for, I think it was like 67 days. But it
That's
went
crazy.
under contract and then fell through because the buyer just backed out, and then went back on the market and been back on the market for 4 days when we submitted our offer.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The 67 does not make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that in those scenarios, yeah, absolutely, yeah, it can happen. And you'll see buyers right now going under contract or going into their option period, you know, doing the offer and getting it accepted and all that. And then some are doing an inspection and then just ghosting. Like if there is too much on an inspection report,
Yeah.
I've seen them just ghost without even trying to negotiate that. They're like, nope, I'm going to go to the next house.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mess with this. I'm going to go to a different one.
Because,
And
I mean,
That's crazy.
there's only so much the seller's willing to do for repairs or can facilitate for repairs, and then it would fall on you as the buyer to get it done.
Yeah. Yeah. But some buyers, that's what I'm saying, some buyers are not even negotiating. For
No,
this.
they're just
getting
going,
the inspection and going, oh crap. I don't
dang,
know
this is a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's new for us.
that is. I've had that happen quite a few times.
And I'm like, you don't even want to,
They're like, no. I was like, well, we just wasted
you just wasted
$100 in earnest money.
And I understand that's the risk of it when you
Or
take
option.
a contract with an option period on it. But at the same time, and I know it is unrestricted right to terminate. I
Yeah.
completely understand that. But just realtor to realtor, like, give me something.
Yeah, no shit. Show me the inspection report so we can disclose it out. Better for next time.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to know. Maybe I don't want to know what's on the inspection report. I don't know if it's that bad.
It could be like, yeah, you're right. Do I?
It's just going to be property to property on that, whether I want to see it or not.
Yeah. It's like, do I want to deal with this or do I just just fly by the seat of my
I had that
pants?
happen a while back, a few months ago, and the buyer we had inspections. The buyer just was like, nope, I'm terminating. And okay. But it's an estate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to, at this point, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to disclose anything. It's not required.
It's
So don't tell me anything.
exactly.
So I was like, nope, no, don't send it. Don't tell me nothing. I don't want to know nothing. Okay, great. We wish you well.
Just give me a rough, like, where it's located the repair needs to be. I don't want to see pictures. I don't want any of it.
I don't want to know anything.
It's
Just, we wish your buyers well. Yeah.
let's talk about seller's concessions.
Okay.
What are seller's concessions?
I just had this conversation with Luana when she
Yeah,
was in here
I know.
a few minutes ago.
I see it on our paper, and the way you explained it made so much sense to me. And
Really?
it brought me back to the good old days at the old Parker
Oh,
Heights office.
I wish I could remember what I said. So, seller concessions, in any transaction, sellers have their set of costs
Yep.
that they are responsible for. The buyers also have a set of costs that they're responsible for. There are a few costs that overlap, but for the most part, it's separate buyer
Yeah.
and seller. So a lot of times in our market especially, it's customary to see an offer come through where the buyer's asking for whatever amount in those concessions on the offer,
Yeah.
asking the seller to ultimately take a part of the buyer's responsibility on themselves and help the buyer get into the house by helping them pay costs like their lender fees or their set of the title fees or whatever other fees are required for that person to buy the house. There's an amount that they can put in the offer up to that amount that the seller would be responsible for helping them with.
Okay. What are you seeing that sellers are willing to pay?
It's kind of all over the place,
Yeah.
right?
It is.
It's weird. Usually you could be like, okay, they're asking for 3% or whatever the percentage is that's allowed. But it's kind of all over the place on stuff I've seen. What about you?
Same.
I mean, I've seen like $5,000. I've seen like $15,000. It's
Yeah.
there's no real logic to
I would
it.
at the beginning of the year I was getting stupid numbers up until here recently, but here
Yeah.
recently I'd say I'm sticking somewhere between 10 and 20 depending on the price.
Yeah.
I think if it's below 250, I'm getting probably between 5 and 10, but if
Yeah.
it's over 250, I mean shit, it's 10 to 20.
I negotiated one yesterday on a listing of mine, and it's around 200,000 somewhere, and we did like 7,000 in concessions.
Yeah. About 3% is about right.
And
3
that's
to
an
4.
FHA loan.
Yeah.
So, probably buying the rate down just a tiny bit.
Mm-hmm.
And at this, I mean,
Why not?
if that gets the deal done and the
Let's do
seller
it.
can afford it and it makes sense for them, it doesn't affect their bottom line, then let's do it. Why do you care as a seller where the money's going?
Yeah.
It's helping you get to the sold part.
Now, just so everybody's tracking, closing costs and seller's concessions are kind of the same thing. Yeah.
They changed the wording. What was that, like 2 years ago when
Yeah.
they lost the? No, I'm sorry.
Let's not even get started on the workers' union.
Such a bad topic.
Yeah.
But when that happened, they started calling everything concessions instead of saying closing costs like we used to in the good old days. So yeah, they're interchangeable, closing costs and concessions.
What is time to actually think before writing? an
Yeah,
offer?
that's another great point as a buyer. You actually have time to think about it.
Yeah.
You can go home and sleep on it if that's what you need to do.
You know what I really hate is when I get done with the showing and I send the feedback, and 24 hours later I get a call from the listing agent. They're like, "Hey, did your clients make a decision yet?" I'm like, "No, they haven't."
Oh my
I was like, "When they
gosh.
do make a decision, you'll either get an offer or you won't."
Yeah. I have started just not taking exactly what my buyers say at the showing, but I've listened to what they're saying and then I've made it my feedback, not the buyers, because I don't ever want to put the buyer in a situation
Yeah.
where I'm giving too much. Because what if they come back to that house
Yeah.
and the seller's like, wait a minute, you said that. I'm not negotiating with you. You didn't like my house, or you said this about my house.
Yeah.
Emotions can play such a big role in these transactions. So I've started just making it my feedback.
Yeah.
And,
That's a good point. I
and
didn't think about that.
I just tell them, I'll let you know when my clients are ready to make a decision. And that's just kind of where I leave it. I do want to give feedback, though. That's so
Yeah.
important right now.
I agree.
It's so important. But it's not coming from my buyers. It's coming from me.
It's I haven't ran into any issues, and I know it was an issue a couple of years ago now with like the Ring door cameras and the security system.
Yes, like my
cameras.
sellers that were stalking you.
Yeah.
They're looking at that camera.
Yeah. What is this fool doing? That doesn't look like a camera. Little do they know it's a teleprompter mounted to a camera on a GoPro stick. Like,
So professional.
yeah. Yeah. The video turned out really
Hey,
great.
it did.
Yeah.
It was great. They loved it.
Yeah. I have to tell my clients all the time. I'm like, you can't listen to what they're saying.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I mean, in reality,
they're doing it.
they're doing it. Let's be
And the best we
honest.
can do, Matt, is just tell people, hey, these cameras are on.
Yeah.
If you're going to talk about it in front of the cameras, that's on you.
And if you're an agent that's not dumb enough to fucking look around and be like, oh, look, there's a camera. Let's talk about how we're going to price this in the living room or out by the front door. Like,
Just bring your whiteboard in and just show us what you're going to do.
I'm not saying that all your father wanted was, I can't say that on here.
Hey, I'm so proud of
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You've come so far in 11 episodes.
I feel like that would be crossing a line.
Now we found the line we can't cross.
But
I need to write that down.
I'm just
That won't
like-
happen again.
yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah, well, so the myth, I think, in all of that is that waiting for rates to come down is just not a strategy at all.
yeah.
You cannot guess the market. You cannot outguess the market.
Because at the beginning of the year, we were dipping in at 5 3/4.
Yeah, we've touched the fives.
Yeah, we've been in the 5s, and there was probably about 2 to 3 weeks there that we were hopping pretty quick.
Yeah. And that's been the weirdest thing about this year with buyers, especially. It's been like this constant
Just roller coaster.
We get a little bit of momentum, and then
Yeah.
the momentum's gone. and then it comes back. And so sellers are like, hey, what's going on? Why do we have 30 showings last week and 0 this week? And it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no explanation for it at this point. We're at the mercy.
So if they buy now, they have less competition,
Way less.
more opportunity
Way
for
more.
concessions,
Yeah.
more opportunity for
Any type of negotiation.
negotiations, and what house they actually want.
Yes.
And it's in our notes. I think once rates do start dipping down more into the fives, that will probably start leveling out even more, and we'll get more buyers in the market. And then all those people that are sitting on the fence, hanging and hawing about what they're going to do, they're going to be in the same position, but not being able to get into the house they want.
Well, and I think a lot of people are so caught up, like we said, on the number in front of the percent sign.
Yeah.
That they're missing the true opportunity and not thinking about the affordability for them. Because, like I said, you can get a great $300,000 house in our market that would be considered a starter home, I think, now for the most part. But you can get a really nice home for that amount of money here.
Yeah, which is crazy thinking about it. Because when I moved here in 2013, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath with an office downstairs, a loft, a living room, dining room, kitchen, 180,000.
Crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
And looking at it when I first became a realtor back in 2018, running comps on that said house because
we sold it. Yeah.
We just moved. I was like, oh man, we could sell this for like $260 at the time. And I was like, that's pretty good. We ended up offloading it though to an investor. Now that I look back, was not a smart decision.
But it got it off your plate.
It got it off the plate. So
it made sense at the time.
So yeah. I think if the rates drop, we'll see more multiple offers too.
Oh yeah.
That'll be more of a thing.
And the craziest part is we'll probably see even more inventory.
Yeah.
Which is wild. But if they drop crazy amounts, like crazy, not just in the fives, but if they drop like in the fours even, we're going to need extra inventory to not have the situation that we had, during COVID. So yeah, there's all kinds of things that could happen if those interest rates start coming down. But it needs to be less about the interest rate number and more about what's affordable for you.
Exactly.
And most people, if they're renting, I mean, you're living somewhere. So if you're paying rent, I would venture to guess your rent is not too far off from what a house payment would be for the same style of home that you live in as a rental.
Yeah.
Because rental rates have gone up considerably as well.
They have.
Yeah.
Which is crazy in itself.
It is, but it's also,
the
taxes
market
go up.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to pay those taxes.
The economy for, just buying food, gas.
Everything.
Everything's impacting it. Because then that's impacting, the HVAC repair guy, the plumbers, the electricians, and so.
Right. And we saw a little bit of that during COVID with materials and not being able to get stuff. Or how many months did we wait for windows or garage doors? Hey,
your light fixture is now out of stock and is not going to be back in stock for 2 years. You need to pick something else.
It's in the middle of the ocean on a ship.
Yeah.
How many times do we hear that?
Yeah.
So there are worse things, I think, than where we are right now. But it does feel like people are just kind of hiding in the shadows and unsure what to do, if it is the right time or if it's not. But if it's something that's affordable to you and something that you are making as a goal or whatever for you or your family, then it's time. It's time, regardless of the interest rate. It's time.
Yeah, I agree 110%.
And if you don't start the conversation, fix your time. If you don't start the conversation, you're never going to know. So it's just about taking a little bit of initiative, picking up the phone, calling a local lender, calling a local realtor, getting your foot in the door and figuring out what's next.
Yeah.
But it's attainable.
Yeah.
It's absolutely attainable, and it's probably more affordable than what you think.
Do you want to ask your question?
Sure. You want to compete on the price or refinance later?
Oh, refinance later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just not even going to fight them on it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I like a fight. I'm going to try to get the price down.
So, and again, I've said that my thought process is if I can get more for concessions to buy the rate down.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. I can understand that. Maybe instead of compete on the price, it would just be negotiation. Because I agree. I think you just need to push. Just like I was telling Juana when she was writing her offer,
Yeah.
I go, ask for it. Who cares? We'll use it later if we need it.
exactly.
Yeah, but let's go for it.
Yeah.
Like you say, ask for the, what do you say? Ask for the.
Ask for the moon, and if we fall in the stars, we're still winning.
There you go. You need to put that on a t-shirt or
I
something.
probably should. Yeah, I did. I told you I brought back my realtor's Matt Dick, right?
I love those shirts. I need
Yeah.
one.
You do?
I
What
need
size?
one.
Small?
Probably. That's very kind of you. No, a large, probably a large.
I say that to all the women.
Do you?
Small, right?
Very smart. Very smart. You turn 25 and you wear a small, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Absolutely.
I don't even ask when people are like, oh yeah, today's my birthday. I was like, oh my God, it must be nice to
20.
it must be nice to be 29. And they're like, oh, you're so kind.
Matt, you're just good with the ladies.
Yeah,
You just know what to say
yeah, that's exactly it.
most of the time
Sometimes, yeah.
when you're not being Matthew.
Yeah, not being a dick. If you're thinking about buying,
Which you should be.
don't wait for perfect. Meet with us or your local realtor. Have them recommend a local lender.
If you don't have a realtor, no matter where you are,
Call us.
we can help you.
Yeah. I mean, we have our referral networks through our brokerage, so
And we extend outside of that too.
Yeah.
If you're in a crazy place where you don't think there's anybody,
yeah,
we could probably find you somebody. To
probably
help you.
can.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll vet them for you and make sure they're good people.
Yes.
And then
Always.
and then that way we can start working on your numbers and make sure you can afford what you're looking for.
Yep.
And then you can make a decision from there.
Yep.
So reach out to us. All of our info is down below in the description somewhere because
It's there.
she puts it there,
It's there.
not me.
He doesn't know if it's there or not.
I have no idea. I just know that our YouTube channel and our podcast are very successful right now
Hey.
compared to others
Yay.
in our market and in the area.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
We do work really hard on this.
We do.
It might not seem like it when
Yeah.
you watch it. Like this is, we've worked on this.
And we've said it before, like we come up with the ideas and then we come up with talking points but we want it to be more of a conversation
Yeah.
and not scripted out.
Yeah. And we want it to be relevant about with what's going on
Yeah.
around us. And it might not translate to where you live, but just understand that if we don't know what's going on in your market, we're going to tell you we don't know what's going on in your market, and we're going to help you find somebody who does know what's going on. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's so much fun.
This is also not a dead body
No,
under here.
it's our
It's our control panel.
yeah. I was looking to say we're already at like 45 minutes.
I
man.
mean, it might start a fire, but it's okay. It'll be fine.
It happens. I mean, what are you gonna do?
What are you going to do? All right, so should we conclude part 1 and move to part 2? You
Yeah.
want to do that?
Yeah. Because in the next one we're talking about the sellers. Why it's a good time to
We're
sell.
going to switch
Yeah.
places and talk
Yeah.
about sellers.
We are.
Yeah. So catch us on the next episode for part 2,
Where we're talking about why it's good for the sellers.
because it is.
It is.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
On the Next Move podcast.